Hey everyone, Zach here with the Goat Guys. Welcome back to another video. It's been a very long time since I've actually shown you real cardboard. And today we're going to show you guys one of the decks I have been playing in real life. It's Chaos Warrior. So funny thing about this deck, I hated this shit when I first started playing. I'm like, how is this deck good? This deck fucking sucks. But after playing it for a while, it's turned into one of my favorite decks to play. Pretty much only behind Goat Control and Zombies at this point. If you want updated lists for zombies or goat control, let me know in the comments section below. So let's get into it. So we start off with the Chaos Monsters, the BLS 2 Chaos Orc. I think 2 Chaos Orc's fine. I prefer 2 just because I don't want to brick on it. But obviously these are some of the most powerful cards in the game. And they require your opponent to waste out them in an already highly aggressive deck with warrior cards. I don't think I'd ever go for the 3rd Sorc in this deck. So for the Warrior Engine, we play the 3 Blade Knight. Blade Knight's an absolutely epic card. This is also my favorite card in GOAT, as you guys could probably tell by the channel picture. It's Blade Knight and Blue Eyes. I was playing this before. It was cool, so joke's on everybody else. This card should be very aggressive. It helps you get over flip monsters, and it can get up to 2k attack, and it's a light. So yeah, this guy is very important. For the last 2 lights, I play the DD Warrior Lady and the Ninja Grandmaster Sasuke. DD Warrior Lady, everyone pretty much knows what this card does. It's free out to whatever you want it to be, which is sweet. Sasuke is in here to out opponent's defense position Chaos Orcs and random other things that are big. Both are very good cards. So, onto the Dark Warrior monsters. There's only 3 of them in this deck. I play 2 Don Zalug. I know a lot of people only play 1. I just like Don Zalug because I like to be aggressive with this deck, and just being able to have that hand control is really good. And always having a second one at worst is fine, because you can always just like randomly in a late game just grab a second Donnie and go with it. Sorry they're not ultras, but I only have 1 and it's beat up. And then the last Dark Warrior in this deck is Mataza the Zapper. I refuse to play this at more than 1. But I refuse to ever not play it in a warrior deck. I think this card's just incredible. It pushes the aggressive game plan so much. And it can't be switched. So like your opponent can't bring control, it can't Thousand Eyes restrict, it can't snatch steal it. This is also one of my favorite cards in GOAT. And then for the miscellaneous warrior monsters, we have the Exiled Force, the DD Assailant, and the Mystic Swordsman level 2. I've been on the fence about Assailant. I've wanted to cut it off and on, but I just think overall it's just a very good card. Recently I have been siding it more than maining it, but I'm not going to show my side deck in this video because it's all subjective, because I've really only been playing locals, because I've finally been able to get back to locals again. So, you know, finally that's why this deck isn't maybe the most accurate way, but I really do enjoy this build. These 2 are so good. This just absolutely shits on chaos. So does this, but like this card, if I had a second ulti, I'd be playing 2. I want to play 2, but like my rarity senses are screaming. And then for the non-warrior monsters, I play the double Kaiku. Kaiku's good. It's just to help with the chaos matchup. Opponent can't banish. Banishes your opponent's stuff. And it's 1800, so it lets you play the aggressive game. Then the last 3 are Breaker, Azure Priest, and the Skill Dark Magician. You can probably cut this. I just wanted an extra monster to be aggressive with. Breaker is obviously Breaker, and then Azure Priest is just good to hit into floaters and goat tokens. Onto the spells, we play 2 Rhoda. You can only play 2. If you could play 3, I would. But, you know, Rhoda lets you add any level 4 or lower warrior monster. So this literally searches 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards in the deck, which is really good. I play 2 Book of Moon and 2 Noblemen of Crossout. That's it for the 2 of spells. I just think, you know, these cards are versatile for reasons. This is probably the most versatile spell in GOAT, in my opinion, because it can be used offensively and defensively, depending on the scenario. So, yeah. And then for the Power 5, we play, obviously, Pot of Greed, Graceful Cherry, Delinquent Duo, Snatch Steal, and Prima. Then the last spell is MST. I'm not main decking Heavy Storm on this deck. I play a lot of trap cards, and Heavy Storm is in my side. So let's get into the traps. We play the 3 Solemn Judgment. I'm going to flex the alties now. They look really cool. But Solemn Judgment is just, again, very versatile. It could be offensive, defensive. Also is one of the ways to get around Heavy Storm in your back row heavy deck. Would I play less Heavy Storms? Less Judgments. I've considered bumping it down to 2 multiple times just for another copy of one of the other 2 of traps in the main deck. But yeah. 2 trap Dustshoot. Sorry, I can't afford foils. Those are expensive. Dustshoot is also just such a fantastic card. It's crazy when you look back at like original GOAT format, how this card wasn't necessarily played a ton. I like Dustshoot in here because it makes your judgments ever so stronger as well. Because being able to have that hand knowledge comboed with judgment is super powerful. Because you're like, okay, well, we sent back, let's say a Chaos Orc or whatever, Oh, but they have like Heavy Storm or something, or, like a power spell in their hand. You're like, well, now I know what the judgment. So that's always fun. I'm playing 2 Sock Armor. These can easily be compulses if you want to. I completely get it if you would want to play compulse in this card spot. Again, please do if you feel that way. I'm just trying Sack Armor right now. I feel like both are really good in either facet. I just think I prefer Sack Armor. And then, of course, we play the 4 one-ofs of Mirror Force, Torrential, Ring, Called. Some of us don't play this either. I just like it because getting a Blade Knight or any of your warriors back are really good. I still think Mirror Force is the best worst card in this deck because it punishes the bad players. And it's just randomly good when people aren't expecting it. And yeah, that is it for the deck. It should be 41. Stop yelling at me, I know. I just like playing extra cards, and if you want to cut it to 40, because I know someone's like, well, what if I just want to play 40? Well, here's what I would cut. I would cut this, or wherever the dude is. I'd cut one of these 2 to get it to 40. If you want to do that. But if I was going to take this deck to locals like tomorrow, even though I don't go to locals till the weekend, this is what I would cut if I wanted to play 40. But that's just me today. I can swap. For people wanting side deck advice, because I'm sure I'm going to get comments about it, my side deck consists of, the cards that are 100% in the side deck are 2 Kinetic Soldier, or Cypher Soldier, sorry, it got renamed. It's the one that gets big when you smack into a warrior for the mirror. Mobius the Frost Monarch for back row decks. Heavy Storm for back row. Just because you can side out. Yeah, those are the only guaranteed sides. I'd play other sides. Like, you can play Mind Crush because you are maining the Dustshoots. That's something I would probably test. A card that I've recently played a little bit in and out of this deck is Kappa. Or Green Kappa, or whatever. I think it's Gren. I don't remember, because there's weird spellings on cards. But that's a dark warrior flip monster. The one that's flipping a target 2 spell and traps on the field on your opponent's side and destroy them. So it's cool. It's a warrior. It's a dark. So that's something I was considering siding. You can obviously like side stuff like Royal Decree, even though I wouldn't necessarily do that when you're playing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trap cards. So I'd be a little hesitant to do that, but I'm sure there's a way you can side where you just side out like all your traps for Royal Decrees against like Burn or whatever. Des Wombat's been a card that I've seen a little bit more of lately because, I don't know, Burn seems really popular right now. At least like the one time I've been on Dueling Book, because I haven't been playing a lot. I'm going to be real with you guys on Dueling Book lately. I've just been playing at locals because it's more fun. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, let me know. If you have any suggestions for the list, as always, leave them in the comments. If you guys want to see more in-person decks, please let us know. Again, we want to bring you more in-person content, but it's just been a little hard, you know, with the whole pandemic and everything. Like, we're finally just starting to be able to go play cards again. And obviously, as you guys probably know, maybe a couple months ago, I finally just started picking up cards again. Because I really hadn't touched GOAT in, like, real life in a while, even when we were making content. Anyway, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.